What's happening, everyone? Nicky Hawkins here the morning after the game before. Now, I'm due excuse, I missed the Southampton game, so I'll probably sum that up a little bit as well. But I'm reacting to Watford 1, West Ham 4 yesterday, and back on track and back with a result which I thought it was going to be a bit more tough. But they got a goal at the start, and at the start I thought to myself, oh God, this could be a long afternoon. It's one of them games and all that. But truth be told, after a really poor performance against Southampton, it was better. It was a lot better. I'm gonna give Watford a bit of credit here, because I think it's they're I know they've not been great all season, but I think they've been a bit better than that. The COVID thing caught up with them, not training and all that sort of thing. And as I said before, and I'm gonna give Watford their due. I think the decision not to have a circuit breaker and not let everyone get back to full fitness and get this COVID, there's more games being called off and more games that we've got to pile up in the midweek fixtures and all that sort of thing. It's taken its toll on teams, and I feel a bit sorry for Watford. It hit us a couple of weeks ago. It's hit teams like Watford and the teams that haven't got the huge squads and things. And as much as it's beneficial for some teams to have had a rest and had games called off, in other words, if you've been affected by it, you can't train. So shame on the Premier League for doing that, but it was a much needed win. Declan Rice was missing, of course, but we probably couldn't have expected or wanted for a better game for him to be missing, because Mark Noble come in yesterday, and against the lesser teams like Watford, he can do this, and he ran the show. He was supreme in midfield. His passing ability against a team that was obviously lacking in full fitness. He done well, and now Declan can come back in, and he's free of that burden against Palace. I've seen a lot of people say about Souček. It allowed Souček to get forward a little bit more, and he got the goal, the equaliser, which was a cracking goal. But listen, Declan Rice comes back in. He's a great footballer. Hopefully that Moisey can get hold of this sort of Rice Souček problem and let Souček get forward a bit more, because he's a real goal scoring threat. But Rice comes out with the ball, brilliantly, and I'm not going to turn around and say it was a perfect performance, because although we attacked well, and Jared Bowen was fabulous yesterday, we defended poorly at times. He said Diop against a better team, he was at 6s and 7s. He was really struggling at times, but we got away with one now. We go to Palace. Palace have got a little bit more in them. They can be really Jekyll and Hyde under Patrick Vieira, and they've been quite good at home. Terrible away, but quite good at home. And people like Zaha could prove a problem. There was 4 changes. Fornals come out of the team. Ben Johnson came in the team, which I think was the right thing to do. Masuaku has really been struggling of late, and paired with Diop, it gives us a real vulnerability on that left-hand side. But listen, with all that's gone on, with all the injuries that we've had, if we can come away from New Year's Day with some points, 3 points, I think that we'll be back on track. And the quicker we get Zuma back, the quicker we get some bodies in, like 1st of January, it all opens up. It's a free-for-all. We can get some reinforcements in. We don't have to just, go on with what we've got. We've literally got an opportunity to get some players in. And please, just for once, West Ham, do the right thing. Back the manager. Get him some players that he needs. Get some depth in this squad. And we can really push on. I said we've got to be there or thereabouts. We're sitting 4 points behind Arsenal now in 4th spot. We're not going to catch the top 3. It's the 4th spot. It's tough. It's really tough. But we've got a great opportunity like we did last year. Lingard came in and in the end fired us towards European competition. But there's still a spot to be had. Man United are, they're not doing as great as they predicted they was going to do once Ollie went. They're going to take a little bit of time to sort it out. Spurs. They've got a couple of games in hand. They keep on reminding us they've got a couple of games in hand, but we sit above them in the table at the minute. But games in hand, 8 points on the board. And Arsenal, they're going great guns at the minute because it's a tough run of fixtures coming up. Come on, West Ham. Get them points, get them signings, and give us a good January. We've had a poor December again, but we're better off this year than we were last year. So we are on track, although that Southampton defeat, when you look back at the Southampton defeat and the Brentford defeat, both at home, and you think to yourself, Lord, if we could have won them, where could we have been now? In a lot better position than what we are. But listen, let's get them over the line. But a fantastic performance yesterday. Need to shore up defensively. But the attack, Mikel was doing Mikel things. And, he got a goal the other day, give him a little bit more confidence. He looked a bit more comfortable in possession. Bowen's on fire, as the song goes. Ben Rama's starting to hit a good bit of form. Souček, hopefully that goal gets him back on goal scoring form. Vlasic even got himself a goal, and it really meant a lot to him. You can see that, and he looks to be really liked in the changing room. So he might have a bit more of a role to play in the next few months. Krell come on. I thought he looked decent, but I think anyone would look decent against a Watford team ravaged by COVID. But it is what it is. We I say that a lot, don't I? I get slated in the comments for saying that. It is what it is. But no, if we can get the points against Palace, I think we're back on track, and we'll see where we go from there. But yeah, keep the faith. Great performance, great win, great being there yesterday, and we'll see you at Palace. One thing left to say, come on your wines. Happy New Year.